Welcome back to Tea Time. Thanks again for tuning in. This week I want to talk about Agent Orange. I discovered Agent Orange back in the 80s when I was a kid. These guys were one of the first punk rock bands that I ever got into. But I got to see Agent Orange in 1995 at the Nyabinghi Dance Hall. So this shows where my very first Agent Orange shirt comes from. A classic Agent Orange logo. I really like this one a lot. This is a cool shirt. It's held up pretty well for a 20-year-old t-shirt. It's got some cracks in the ink like a good worn t-shirt should get after a while. But I got this one at that show, and that was a blast. I got Mike Palm to sign my cassette of their album This Is the Voice. I went up to Mike after the show was over with my cassette and Sharpie in hand, wanting him to sign this for me. This was one of my most important records from being a kid. And before I got to say anything, he turned and he saw my cassette and he goes, "Oh my God." He's like, "That's a cassette?" He's like, "I need to sign that." And I'm like, "Yes, please." So, so Mike signed my cassette for me, and I've got that. It's one of my treasures that I've got sitting in my cassette bin. I actually need to frame that. Dick Dale came to town a few years later, and oddly enough, this Agent Orange shirt is the shirt that I was wearing at that show. It was a nice little icebreaker when I got to meet Dick after the show. Went over to get a photo and shake his hand, and Dick noticed my shirt, and he's like, "Agent Orange." He's like, "I know those guys. It's pretty cool guys." So we got to talking about them for a few minutes and got a good chuckle out of that. So that was a nice icebreaker to meet the master of the surf guitar. Well, side note, Sammy, who was playing bass for Agent Orange the first time we played with them, he went on to play bass for Dick Dale a few years later as his touring bass player. So I got to see Dick a couple more times over the years, and I got to see Sammy when they came back to town, and we got to talk with him again. So that was a lot of fun. So it was good to get to see him. The year 2000, I get to play a show with them at 123. When I was in a band called Law Abiding Citizens, we got to play this show. It was Drager Man, my friend's band that I used to roadie for, and Agent Orange, and I think OS 101, but I can't remember if they made it or not. I think they had to cancel. I want to fast forward to 2016. I'm in a band called Ghost Road, which I'm still currently in. We got a phone call that Agent Orange was coming back to town, so I got to play with them again. In August of 2016, we got to play with them at a place called Main Stage. So that's where this next shirt comes from. This one I think is really cool. It's a nice classic shot of Agent Orange from possibly a video shoot or a photo shoot back in the 80s. I really like this one. I think it's cool. It captures Agent Orange back from when I discovered him, so it brings back a lot of memories. It's really nice. Those are the only two Agent Orange shirts that I have, but I think at that show I took my CD version of This Is the Voice, and I had Mike and the guys sign that for me as well. Now, if I could just get a chance to see them again, I could take my vinyl copy and see if I can get Mike to sign it, so I have the trifecta of all three formats signed by Agent Orange. But I love those guys. They were a lot of fun. They're still a lot of fun. So if you get a chance, search up Agent Orange on the internet. They put out a couple albums over the years, and you won't be disappointed. Good surf punk, skate punk, whatever you want to deem them. But if you get the chance, check out Agent Orange. So thanks for tuning in again. I'll see you here in another couple of weeks with another episode, and I'll catch you then. Thanks a lot for watching. See ya.